One to keep an eye on, mumble rapper Lil Uzi Vert has followed up his debut with a stylistic record of interest. Eternal Atake first caught my attention when brought into legal issues with the Heaven's Gate cult. The original artwork was stylized around. The new cover carries a sense of something alien and different to throw into the hip-hop scene, but reality is, bar a handful of productions, this is a pretty atypical trap record. It's been fun, enjoyable, but it doesn't feel like much here will last. Uzi's style on the mic is a curious focal point. Deliveries and rhymes are almost tragic, seemingly lazy, thoughtless, and of the moment when agitated. He is, however, undeniably catchy and attention-grabbing in an entertaining way. It's a strange tightrope he walks, and I can't settle my mind, so I'll default to the positive and say that it works. Pop is a great example where his spurious momentum of rhymes captures this driven energy that is lively and fresh, yet the word of rhyme is simply one on loop in many occasions. It's got a cadence and charm, yet is lyrically hollow and lacking. That is the case for much of the record. Slurred words and ridiculous rhymes come about often. It's ironic, but the more focused on style over substance Uzi is, the better his flow and energy feels, arising often in tandem with the abandonment of lyrics. When story and narrative can be comprehended, it's mostly a slew of braggadocious and lewd showboating. Nothing much of substance was extracted. Uzi mostly works as an expressive voice, grooving and playing on the instruments. Production is split into thirds, the opening of which is the most intriguing. Dark and alien, the samples experiment with tonality and unusual sounds that are a delight, especially when the groove clicks. The middle of the record gets fluffy and lighter with the pop appeal. Its final chapter steers closer to his previous sound, and P2 rehashes his Tour Life hit. It ends on a reimagination of a Backstreet Boys song, not particularly appealing. For me, the first third of this record has merit and intrigue, but it quickly fades into its own bloated runtime as the tone shifts to less curious sounds. Now, having put a fair bit of time between when this first record came out and I wrote about it back in March of 2020, it's only ever those first few songs, the darker phrase of the record, that ever catch my attention, and they're still fun, they still pop, but they do have that feeling of like, after so many listens, this is gonna just feel a little bit dated and some newer ideas will probably come along and push this kind of out. I still think he is really one to keep an eye on, but this wasn't, particularly it, and the follow-up record with Future, which I think I covered on this channel as well, was definitely not it either, but I'm hoping that he pulls something really cool out in the future, as I believe Lil Uzi Vert has got a lot of potential to do something interesting. Thanks for listening. If you'd like to see some more of my music blogs, go check the website out. Every page has over 1,000 articles sorted by artist, year, genre and more. Just hit Ctrl F and have a search for something that interests you. You can find a link to the blog in the description box down below, where you'll also find links to my other YouTube channels. Check them out if you are curious. Thanks again for watching, and be sure to subscribe to catch the next upload.